On the 21st of December, I had a dream, and in my dream, I clearly saw that I was shown that I had a lump on my breast, and in my dream, I was shown two verses that Jeremiah 29:11, that my plans are not to harm you, but to give you a hope and a future. And the second verse that was revealed to me was that I will never leave you nor forsake you. So the next morning, I woke up, I touched my breast on this side, I touched it, and I felt a lump there, but I wasn't quite sure, so I asked my daughter-in-law to touch it. She touched it exactly how it was there. Because it was Christmas, so I thought, I'll just enjoy Christmas with my kids and go back to Auckland in January and check it out, which I did do. The 13th of January, I went to Auckland. Lucky thing I had Helen with me at the time, so we went and they arranged for another mammogram, which we had, and then I went to the doctor. They took a biopsy on the lump, and then they 10 days later they came back and told me that I had breast cancer. I was stage 4 that they had confirmed that I had at the time. Prior going in to see the doctor, I had mixed feelings. I thought, but I was more in the area that, no, there's nothing wrong, it's going to be fine. But when she told me that there was news that was not good, that I had breast cancer, it didn't really sink in really at that time. She was talking to me, and the first thing I thought about, my family, what's going to happen. Because if you get diagnosed at the time, when you get diagnosed, because there was not much information out about it, you think straight away, oh my gosh, this is it, this is the end of the story, there's no hope. Yeah, that's how I felt. After we came back from the doctor, we went into the toilet, and I just cried, and she cried, and I cried, and everything else. But when we went home that night, I rang my husband, and he said he'd already known that the news wasn't good because I hadn't rung him straight away in the morning. But from then on, everything was just like on a positive. Okay, what we're going to do, how we're going to do this, and everything. The first option would be, of course, to remove the lump, and then they'd know how bad it was or how it had spread and everything, and then would be followed up by treatment of chemo and then radiation. But it was up to me, the choice was mine, whether I wanted to go through that or what I wanted to do. I started with, of course, getting the biopsy. They took the lymph nodes out. I think out of the lymph nodes they took 18 out, and out of that 18 that they took out, there was about 8 that had specks of cancer around it, but they said that it looked good as it hadn't gone outside. And then I came back and went back to Auckland, and then I had a partial. They didn't remove my whole breast, but at the time I just said, just cut it off, get it over and done with. But they said no, they will see what they can do, and which is what they did. And after that time, I had to wait for a period of about I think it was maybe 6 months before I started 9 bouts of chemo. And they also warned me that I would lose my hair and all that, because at the time I had long hair. So when my first treatment of chemo, I took my daughter with me, and we went to the hair salon, and they just took it all off, and it was like a wow moment. But it was good. I wasn't, to me it didn't really matter, because it was going to happen when it was going to happen. But I think people seeing me for the first time, it was like, wow, what had happened. But it's just a part of going through all this treatment. After that, then I had to wait again another 3 months, and I did 5 weeks of radiation at 5 minutes, Monday to Friday. And after that, I had to wait for another 5 months, I think, before I was approved to travel. 2016 was the 5-year period after my remission, but I still go back and get a checkup. We had a support group where we would get together every fortnight and have a laugh at each other and look at everybody's hair, how it was going and how everybody was feeling. And also the Cancer Foundation in Auckland they let you go to pampering, pampering for makeup and all that stuff. Anything that you wanted done, any treatment that you wanted, a massage, anything, you had all this available to you to go and enjoy and just to be treated, and to go out into the community. And if you felt down about anything, you could talk to somebody and they will encourage you and say, okay, this is what you should do and how you should go about it. To us, I think coming from our Cook Islands culture is everybody was shy of the word breast cancer or any type of cancer in that matter. Everybody was shy, they didn't want to talk about it. It was like a taboo subject, you know, nobody knew what anybody was going through. But the reason why I'm doing this is that I want the women to know that don't be shy, there's nothing to be afraid of, there's nothing, you need to know for yourself, you know your body. You need to check for yourself and feel if there's something wrong. Maybe not the breast in general, but anywhere that you feel that, okay, this doesn't feel right, go and get an opinion, go and get a second opinion. You don't have to, when the doctor tells you at the first time you think, oh my gosh, this is it, it's the end of the world. It's not. It's absolutely not. And people ask me, like I said, I had 2 mammograms, they both came back negative. But that doesn't mean that, you know, if you're not sure, if you're not comfortable about it, go and get another opinion, because yes, they say that the mammogram is good, but it can, for some people, they can miss it. So it doesn't mean that it's like 100% certain. So I want to encourage our people, don't be shy, don't be afraid. If I can get to one woman that will be encouraged to say, okay, I need to go and do this, you know, one is better than nothing. So I would just want to encourage our women, you know, please go out when the screening's available, it's free, go and get it checked. Even though you think, oh, it's only a little lump, you never know, something small that can start, and if you get to it early, you know, that'll help you get through it and, you know, help save yourself, save your life.